Hey guys, I am RedHerring, and it's time for another StarCraft 2 cast with myself, your Red Protoss, spawning in the top, I guess top left technically of Metalopolis, and the bottom right we have my opponent, the Blue Zerg NrGKvz. So I'm not sure what that's supposed to be exactly, but like if it's initials or something, maybe I'm just totally out of the loop. But in any case, yes, this is a prosperous Zerg. Thanksgiving's coming up. Hope you guys are excited. For those of you who do have a break from school, hope you guys are kicking it, relaxing, playing some StarCraft. That's what I will be doing shortly. I don't have today off, but I do have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off from the junior college I am at currently. So pretty excited for that. And little fun tidbit here. This guy actually has a claw, a panda paw claw thing a panda print. That's the word I was looking for. On the side of his hatchery, it's his little emblem thing. So obviously he has purchased a ticket to BlizzCon 2011. That is the reward, along with a portrait, a panda marine portrait, I believe. That's what you get. So he has it in game. I don't think he had his portrait on, but he has the decal. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, if we look at the build he's going, pretty standard. I think he went for 14 pool there, and not grabbing gas just yet. I think he's going to try to get his hatch after his pool if possible. But notice my scout is alive, just patrolling. I'm checking the gas. I need to know if he's throwing down gas. If he throws down gas, it means a later hatch. If he has not taken gas by now, it means he's going to try to hatch first. So. Or hatch after pool, not hatch first. And here we go, pulling off 2 drones off the line. Very standard. Just put the pylon there just to be a little bit annoying, just to delay the hatch a little bit. And I'm just gonna scout up and scout the gas timing. So the right response after being pylon blocked as a Zerg player, you do take the gas. So just making sure that was coming and not because some players will expand, like take the natural where the third would be, or some over here, or like even the gold. I've seen that before. So just making sure. And I actually canceled it there and then rebuilt it because my probe returned from checking the gas, and I just canceled the pylon, rebuilt it, saved me 75 minerals, put another pylon down, and I think I'm going to cancel this because he does have lings out. He does have four lings, 2 pairs. No need to let this finish, so cancel it right as it got close to completion there. So a pretty fair start by myself. I wouldn't say I'm ahead, but delaying the hatch, always a good thing. You know what? I am a little bit ahead. 4 harvests ahead, actually. That's kind of a big deal early this game, and that is because he has made those Zerglings there. And protection tab, he is droning out more, so I expect this lead to decrease there. It's already decreasing. So looks like I've got my Nexus down. I'm getting my gateway. I had a cannon up. I actually got my cannon before I put up my Nexus, and that was just because I was afraid with the... Actually, this is both Zerglings there. That's a bit careless. You don't want to lose... Preferably, you don't want to lose any Zerglings, but it's common enough to lose 1. That's not too big of a deal. Losing 2 to a cannon, that's not cool. So, but yes, I did put up another cannon just because I was afraid... well, my wall-in was a little bit crappy, so I was afraid Zerglings could get back here. Zerglings are known to sit back behind these mineral patches, just harass the probes as they come in. 1 cannon here cannot defend this whole front here, so you really do need 2 cannons at wide naturals like this, like Metalopolis. And yeah, both my gases are up, and look at the production tab. He's actually about to finish, so my Nexus and his hatch finish like a split second apart. And he's actually going for a second gas. Now this tells you a couple things about his build and a fast flare. It means that he's not going to be going for a fast third because he is getting lair tech, and presumably he will be getting... Oh, is this probe going to make it? Is this probe going to make it? Is this probe? Let's follow this probe. Okay. So now the probe was killed. Usually you can get your scouting probe away, but not this time. Right outside, he was in sight of the cannon. He saw his friends waving at him like, "Come on, you can do it!" And then just gets clawed in the back by this Zergling. So sucks for him. But yes, he did get quick 2 gas. So obviously going to be getting infestors or mutalisks, and he's going for the latter. Mutalisks are very good, and there's kind of been a trend away from infestors since patch 1.4, and I'm sure you guys, if you ladder much, you have noticed this. And you know, the old muta troubles, like pro players are always going, you know, how do we deal with mutas? Well, hopefully this match will give you a little bit of help in that. But we'll see. So I sent my scout down here. He actually saw it with the tower, but and actually pulled a Zergling here. Does he see? Yeah, he sees that. So you know, I am going for, you know, subjection tab. What is this? A 6-gate. 6-gate plus 1. So a little bit funky timing. I do like 6 gates, but kind of the timing's a little bit weird. And when I scouted no third, I thought he had a third, and I scouted no third. And I'm trying to hide this probe here, but I don't know. Oh, he knows to go there. He knows. He's looking for it. But when I scouted no third, that means 6-gate isn't going to work. Like right off the bat, 6-gate is not going to work because he is going for what I presume to be Hydras or Infestors or something off 2 base. Anything off 2 base from a Zerg will counter whatever else has off 2 base, assuming the Zerg player you know, doesn't micro or macro horribly during that confrontation. Just because Zerg have injects, they can mass produce so much, and really a 6-gate push against like Roach, mass Roach even, won't do a thing. So off 2 base. So you really got to be careful with these pushes. I thought he was going for a fast third just because that's so common on maps like Metalopolis. And I'm just pushing out here with some stalkers, just clearing the towers. Looks like the Zergling actually spotted my stalkers moving down, but I sniped the one at the tower. He's moving up, and he actually went for how many mutalisks? He has like 5 mutalisks there. 6 mutalisks in total. So Celeste tab, pretty even. Let's see if this changes. Income tab, 40 to 40. So things are pretty even. And here come the mutas. So here's my 6-gate push. 6-gate push, for those of you who do not know, is actually supposed to counter a mutalisk rush. But this is like 9-minute mutas. That was insanely fast mutas. I actually have 3 stalkers coming, snipe a muta there, and he's wise to pull away. But you can just go harass this. I do have a cannon here, so he's taking a little bit more damage here, but at the same time that's happening, I'm like, okay, 6-gate push was designed to counter mutas, but not this fast. I mean, and this fast muta is pretty dang fast, and he has 4 spines and speedless Zerglings. He went, I mean, this is like a crazy, like fast. This is as fast as you can get mutas safely off 2 base for a Zerg player. So try to force field, actually snipes the sentry, put up the guardian shield, and this is so smart by him, targeting the sentry, that heroic guardian shield. So smart. So this whole time he's been flying back and forth. I actually ended up transferring all my workers down here, so I just have one place to defend, and my 5 stalkers can take these mutas easily. Looks like I should target fire the weak one, target fire the weak muta. Looks like I'm not doing that, but he's losing guys anyway, and that's just because this whole time this confrontation down here kind of has him distracted. He actually loses a couple mutas there. Units lost, not in my favor, just because these mutas and these lings have been able to clear out the force I had attacking his natural here. So this is kind of weird spine collar placement. If I was him, I would kind of put him up in a row down here that kind of hug his hatchery. So if I'm poking here, I mean, only 1 or 2 spine collars will get surface damage on it unless I like go all the way up against his hatch. So I'm not sure if I agree with that placement. Actually flying his mutalisks over, I'm not sure if he expected to see my force like camped outside his base, but you know, you gotta pull away once you see that number of stalkers. And if you look at the income tab, he has killed 15 workers killed. So not doing so hot for me. Not doing so hot at all. And looks like he's coming in back up against the wall. Very important. Okay, force fields. There wasn't actually enough energy to really get the guardian shield and the force fields up, but it looks like with the arrival of my reinforcing stalkers here, I should be able to. Oh, he actually target fires the sentry. So good by him. Mutas, you know, if you sacrifice a muta for 2 sentries, that's worth it. That's definitely worth it. So yeah, sentries are so good. They have energy, they're expensive, and the gas cost. He's actually sneaking a 4th base. He's taking his 3rd, and he's also sneaking a 4th base. And this is really good by him because mutas give you map control, and what do Zerg players excel at? Macro. So might as well you know, keep macroing while you use your mutas for map control and sneak those bases because you know, you have the map presence. You can't afford to do that. So actually, it looks like he cancels his 3rd because he thinks I'm going to go up and snipe it. I choose not to do that. I'm actually being a bit greedy here, and you know, I thought he was on the brink of destruction. I thought, well, I got this guy. You know, he went mutas off 2 base. I mean, I should be able to win here. I was not counting on these spines, but even seeing these spines, like, I was like, okay, well, you know, that's not too bad. I should be able to take what little army he has here, as long as I can keep reinforcing. But when he sniped my pylons, I was like, oh, and then you know, that's not good. And then this kind of attack here is a little bit foolish. And if you notice here, I'm actually targeting the mutas down, which is smart. Because, you know, by default, stalkers will actually go for Zerglings before the mutas. So you want to target fire the mutas. And you see, I'm actually shooting the mutas with my stalkers instead of the Zerglings. And all my stalkers in the back, he actually pulls the mutas back, which is good. Because, you know, you don't want to sacrifice those needlessly. But it's actually droning up a lot. And income tab, you know, I did pull ahead, but look at that, I just spurted ahead a lot. But you know, I've been trying to recuperate. I actually don't have this gas mining here. I definitely need to get that. My gas is not doing so hot right now. I'm getting, let's see, +1. I +1/+1. Working on +1 shields. He does not have any upgrades. Am I correct in that? You see his mutas. Nope, he has +1 on his mutas. So I bet he's gonna go look for a third. It's pretty standard to have a third for Protoss at like the 12 or 13 minute mark. And because of the early aggression that I put on, I really don't have much of a third. So hopefully this won't come back to bite me in the butt, because I know he's macroing. He's getting, well, his fourth is up already. He actually, oh, so he canceled it. I thought he was going to move it over here. He actually didn't move it, so he just rebuilt it. If he hadn't canceled that, actually, I don't think I ever went up there, so he would have been able to have his hatch down way faster. But regardless, it looks like getting a Dark Templar, going Dark Templar, getting a Dark Shrine. I have a couple more gateways on the way, and I'm like, okay, well, I scout this Zergling at my base, and I have to run my probe away, and I'm like, okay, you know, supplies are in his favor by a lot. I have these stalkers here, I have my cannons up, I'm ready for mutas if they came, but he actually goes in and snipes 2 sentries and then just gets out of there. I don't even think he lost a muta. He just lost 2,000 advantage for him, disadvantage for me. And APM tab, well, you know, fairly standard APM. Not a super fast game by any of us, but not really lagging much either. Looks like he's getting quick gas on both of his expos, which will allow him to get even more mutas, +2 attack. For Zerg players going mutas, you always want to emphasize attack upgrades over armor upgrades for mutas, because mutas with their splash damage, with their, what is it, glaive worm? Yeah, glaive worm. the bounce attack on their little scythes that they shoot out. It's amplified with the damage increase, and you really do want to buff that so you can maximize your damage against Protoss armies. Looks like he actually snipes the probe, and I get the cancel off at the last second. That was pretty close, but again, you know, I actually have a random pylon here. Oh, that's because I'm getting Dark Templar, and I'm not sure if he notices this. In the meantime, we're staying on high tech for a little, or layer tech. Actually went for Roach Warren. So this is something pretty common. You go mutas, you get map control, you macro, and then you get roaches to form the backbone of the push that ultimately just goes into the Protoss base and destroys them. That's kind of the play he's going for here. And I actually snipe the space and I get out of there because I noticed the Overseer morphing, and I'm like, okay, I don't have much time, gotta get out of there. And I don't think I have any more Dark Templar. Oh, I have 1. So this guy, how many kills do you have? You have 0 kills. 0 kills, so hopefully he can do something here. I'm actually sending 1 more Dark Templar just to scout around, just to see if I can do any more damage. I don't want to keep like all 3 of my Dark Templar bunched up, because if one Overseer comes around and the Dark Templar are all just sniped by roaches, that'd be bad. So just bringing 2 back to make the Archon, pumping out some more Zealots here. Have this guy running around, this guy's sniping stuff, 0 kill, and dies a 0 kill. So tried to snipe the hatch, pretty greedy. I should have known he was getting Overseer. Should have went for the drones, or at least the queen, something to kill, some solid damage here. And he actually has some roaches up here, and you know, I don't know what the point of that was, but I take those out with the loss of 1 stalker. Notice I'm 2-1-1, so good upgrades. You notice in a lot of my games, I emphasize upgrades, because upgrades are so good, especially since they're a little bit cheaper. There's no excuse not to get upgrades. Like 3-3 is 200-200. And I know that's not much of a big deal, and it's not. Oh, this guy has 11 kills. I bet a lot of those were Zerglings, because they'll auto-attack Zerglings, but still, 11 kills, not bad. So yeah, no excuse not to get upgrades for Protoss players. In fact, I've been starting to double forge a lot in PvZ. I know I double forge a lot in PvT. I've actually been starting to do that. Even if I forge fast expand in PvZ, I'll go double forge, just because upgrades are so good. And I didn't do that this game, but I was a little bit starved for money. Excuse me, a little bit starved for money because, you know, I've been on 2 base for 20 minutes. 2 base for 20 minutes. Look at the income tab. 57 to 76, so he could definitely be ecoing up more. I think the reason he's not is because this base I sniped, and I did kill a bunch of drones, and this is way oversaturated, but he's doing decently. I mean, 76 harvesters is a good amount. It's definitely a good amount. It's not it's a healthy amount. It's not a like super good amount, but it's a healthy amount. And it looks like as I push out, you know, good map sense, good awareness, and he just goes and snipe my third. So these 3 cannons I put up, completely pointless. Looks like I'm gonna cancel the gas, and if he had attacked 10 seconds later, this would have died, and I would have lost 400 minerals. As it is, I lost 100 from the cancel, but not too bad. Good thing, you know, he didn't. Oh, there's Archons doing so much splash damage on the mutas. Oh, just totally destroyed. And a warping from the side actually catches some more of his mutas off guard, or roaches, or both. And this army here, 2-2-1 against against 1-0 roaches, definitely in my favor. But you know, he does have the economic advantage. He's had the economic advantage for a while. Look at the production tab. He's getting a Baneling's Nest. He's getting another hatch at the gold, and really things. I mean, I have to actually snipe the one at the gold, but this is a very formidable army I have here. No sentries, something I could definitely do better, but that's because I've been starved for gas. In fact, my gas gadgets did not run out quite yet, but he's actually forced into a little ball here. He's forced, you know, to defend this huge push I have coming, and hopefully the results are kind of going in ahead of the rest of the pack here. I'm just destroying all of the mutas. I don't think he has any mutas left. But he has Banes, he has a butt ton of roaches, he has so many roaches. He has over 50 supply advantage in roaches, and he actually snipes the Archon. I blink, I realize, okay, I don't have anything to tank this raw damage coming out of these 1-1 roaches. Even though I am out upgrading him, there's this army I have right here, even with micro, will sacrifice itself pretty evenly against this, and that's something I do not want to do. You don't want to sacrifice your army as Protoss. Do as Zerg, you don't as Protoss, just because I'm on 2 base. I've been on 2 base for 22 minutes, and I'm forced to actually long distance mine from the third. And here we go, actually sending in another warp in. He actually snipes down all my guys here, and sniping down the sentries. I put up a couple force fields here. Nice force field there to trap some more of these roaches here. Blink microing a little bit, keeping the weakness shields back, and units lost. I've actually been able to even it up. Keep in mind, this whole time there's a counterattack going on this side. He actually burrows, and at the same time he's attacking the pylon here. Going for the forge, perhaps? Nope, he might just run up into the main. And here I have to split up my forces because I'm trying to kill. I'm actually doing so much damage here. He doesn't have an overseer, so there's no way of protecting that Dark Templar. But I have to split up my army here. He's actually going for the probes, that's good. And he's going for the couple stock. I sent a couple stock, actually, that's not good. Oh my gosh, these guys are doing so much damage. This whole time he's burrowed back here. He has some more roaches running in here. He has more guys up here, so he's all over the place with this aggression. So good by him. So good. More roaches rallying in. I'm trying to get my probes down. These guys were able to clean up all the roaches down there, and that's when I realized, you know, I need robotics. So I actually built 2 robotics. I'm double chrono boosting observers, and I'm pulling. Okay, I'm mined out here. Yeah, basically mined out here. So I'm gonna be on 1 base. Not even on technically 1 base yet. This is still a roach here, but yeah. So well, you know, I am on 1 base, and he, if we look, he's been cranking aggression. He has been cranking aggression. Like his supply is definitely ahead, but he's just been trying to like shove these roaches and lings down my throat. And I'm not sure if I agree with this. He needs to get these guys to work because, you know, this is oversaturated. This is no saturation. This is no saturation. What is he doing? He's wasting APM on attacking when he thinks he can win, when he could be transferring guys there, building guys there. He has so much to larva. He could be droning up right now, and he's not. And that's really hurting him. So, you know, doing a little bit of blink micro, makes fancy. But with the arrival of these new forces, look, my army is so good. Keep in mind, he has a supply advantage, but he also has the harvester advantage. So in reality, his army supply is not what's pulling ahead. It's his worker supply. Though he does have a very healthy army. So looks like I just run in here. I'm like, oh well, I see creep here, and dang it, he has another base. So remember, I had sniped this one before, so I just ran up here just in case he had rebuilt it, and that was the case here. So it looks like he just sniped this one away. I am 3-1-2. Great upgrades. He is 1-0 and 1-1. So definitely could work on upgrades. Not going for hive just yet, and you know, I really would like to see him eco up, and he is ecoing a bit more. Now he's putting up some spore crawlers for defense, spine crawlers. Could transfer these guys away. Really needs to transfer some of these guys away. He has so many drones there. And I'm going for the push. Going for the push. My money is super low, and that's not necessarily a good thing because I am on one base. I'm on one base. Made a bunch of Archons because I didn't really want to tech the High Templar just yet, because notice I did have Dark Templar, so it would be easy, but I have to be super cost efficient with this army, and I don't want to spend any more on tech than what I can do with the army composition that I have right now. I want to make the most of what I have because, you know, I'm behind economically. I have been behind economically for a while. Look at the spending tab. He's definitely spent 2,000 resources more than me. Could have spent a lot more if he had the economic advantage, or more of an economic advantage if he had been a little bit better at transferring workers. So, looks like he's just one-shotting Archons here, two-shotting Archons, and these Dark Templar are just reeking kills. 13 kill, one kill, 2 kills. So one of them has been reeking kills. The other ones have been kind of watching from the sidelines, trying to do what they can. But snipe the Queen. Going for the roaches here, and remember 3, 2, 1 against 1-1. So I'm definitely doing a lot of damage to these roaches here, doing so much hurt. And warping in more Dark Templar. I have the gas to spend, but he's rallying in like a boss. Look at all these guys he's rallying in. So many, 10 more roaches on the way, and I have these Dark Templar here, but I don't even know if it's gonna matter. He has his 4. My Dark Templar are easily detected right now, and his rally points are a little bit off, but he has so much attack defense. He has 4 spine crawlers there. He has 3 spine crawlers there, and even a couple back here. So you know, I'm like, okay, my push is running out of steam here. And he's using burrow beautifully, even though I do have an observer. I really need to snipe that, but I don't think he has a way of doing that without getting needed. So 20 Zerglings on the way. He's doing insanely well on holding this push. And oh, he actually has another spore. So these Dark Templar, without these spores and these spines here, he might have lost. But because of those spores and spines, he's actually pulling all of his workers. He's pulling so many workers. Let's just look at the workers kill tab. 52. He's killed 52 workers. Now this whole time he actually runs up for a counterattack. This is super smart by him. He actually ran out there before, and he's actually just sniping some tropes here. And I do notice this in time, and he does kill a couple, maybe 1 to 2 workers, 1 to 2, but I have killed a bunch of his. And these this worker push against 3, 2, 1, that's suicide. And I think he realizes that. He has lost a lot of workers though, 31 to 50, 53 workers killed. So this has just been a super aggressive game. This has been non-stop aggression this whole game. We've been as soon as we have a little bit of economy, we don't macro up. We just go at each other's throats. That's kind of been the pattern of this game. And he's using burrow beautifully. He's burrowing the weak ones, unburrowing them once they regenerate, pick off a few stalkers, then burrowing the weak ones again. There we go. Perfect micro. So blink versus burrow. This is just an amazing game. But I do have more Dark Templar, and I've actually sniped the spores here. And so he has no detection. He realizes that. He just burrows, moves his observer over, and I go in for the roaches here, and I actually target the hatchery. So I'm like, okay, this army is screwed. I'm just gonna snipe the hatch, do what damage I can. I actually, during that whole time, sent a couple Dark Templar to the 4th base, but well, I guess this would technically be the 3rd now, since, well, it was the 4th base. Now it's the 3rd, but he actually sniped one, and then I send this one, and I see this army here. This is the lone survivor. Let's look how many kills he has. 1 kill, so he's not even that pro. Oh, can I save him? Yeah, I'll blink up on the high ground like the boss. Moving my observer over, chrono boosting immortals because I scout his heavy roach composition, and looks like he is. When he's scouting around, he's like, okay, so this is his vision. He pretty much sees the whole map. Could take this tower, but other than that, pretty good. My vision. I know I've done damage. I had scouted this base. I had scouted this base earlier, so I'm like, okay, we pretty much, I mean, each of us know where each other stand at this point in the game. We each know that we've like, we've been wailing at each other this whole game. My cost efficiency of this army has really paid off. I'm definitely ahead in the units lost and spending. You know, he's outspent me, but I have the better unit efficiency. So really, this is anybody's game from here. I mean, we're even harvesters. He's on 1 base. I'm on 1 base. Though this one's kind of depleting. Well, not yet. And he's getting his, I guess this would be 2nd mining base. So pushing out again. He is 2-1. I am 3-3-1, working on +2 shields. He has his overseer running over to his army. He's probably gonna wait for that. I don't think he has overlord speed, so that's why this overseer is pretty slow right now. But he is ahead in supply. But keep in mind these are roaches, and just this cost efficiency here is so good. This will take this army with the upgrades I have. And he's actually going for the Nexus. That's a terrible idea, and he realizes that and gets out of there with a couple roaches killed and a couple wings killed. Actually blink in to snipe some more roaches, and yikes, that was not a good encounter for him. A little bit nasty there. Actually snipes off a couple zealots. No, snipes off that zealot. And he's just baiting me away from the cover. See, I want to stay against these walls, so I have so he can't flank me. But he actually does end up pushing me back up the cliffs. In which, when I had the high ground, I just sniped his observer, sniping his roaches down. He tries to burrow, but I do have 2 observers. I'm not gonna fall for his burrow tricks anymore if I can help it, and just chasing them down, picking off roaches as best I can. So at this point in the game, I'm mined out here. I'm totally mined out here. I am literally on 1 base, and again, this is a decision I had to consciously make. Do I go for a macro, or do I go for macro? Do I take the expand? He actually used Berserk there. I never noticed that, but that's very good by him. So do I expand, or do I try to end it again? I've made like I think 3 Doom pushes that never were Doom pushes because I always lost. And at this point I was like, oh crap! But Blink saves me again. He's trying to snipe the Immortals here. I actually pulled that Immortal back. He has 12 kills, 8 kills. These Stalkers each have a few kills, except for that one. And my observers are just following around, warping in Dark Templar, warping in stuff. So every penny of my money is going into army. My money is so low right now just because I'm cranking everything I have into these pushes. I'm like, okay, I'm in desperation because I thought, I mean, he has this base, he has this base, he has, or not the same base. That was the same base again. Okay, is this base, is that base? He's double my economy. Over double my economy. And again, he's sending in a counterattack, but I do notice this because I have the watchtower with the Dark Templar here, so I am able to defend that pretty well. Oh, that Stalker has like 1 hit point. He has 1 hit point. He was so close. 9 kill, 1 hit point Stalker. Let's see if he dies or not. Looks like he's the only one shooting overlords, while his friends are killing the roaches. He's like, oh no guys, I gotta kill overlord, man. Supply block that fool. So looks like he was not able to make this hatch. I really would like to see him make that hatch again, but even in the harvesters and trying to micro as best as I can, sniping that hatch down could be blink microing a little bit better than I am right now. And you know, as much as I can, just rallying in guys. I have a bunch of gateways. I have enough to sustain off 1 base, don't worry. So I'm doing the best I can. Sniping the roach warren now, so he will not be able to make any roaches. Chrono boosting what? Observers? Yes, chrono boosting more observers because, you know, 1 observer isn't enough. You need 3 observers. And that just cost me all my gas. So actually I could be expanding right now. I have enough money to expand. I'm busy microing a little bit more. And he's going for the counterattack. I'm not sure if I agree with this. I would send in the lings maybe and a few roaches, but he's just going all out. I think he realized as well. Oh, he's actually making, yeah, so he actually is making a roach warning again before his spawning pool dies. That's smart. I would actually make, before his lair died, I would have made like a, well, you know what, I don't know if Mutalisk would have really worked, but yeah, so I see this push coming, I'm like, okay, this army right here can take this for sure, but this cute burrow micro is keeping him alive. So 3-2-3, like a production tab. Okay, why am I getting a cannon? Oh, I was just getting a cannon because he's doing all these run-bys. I was like, I'm just gonna get a cannon and stop all this. And the arrival of the 2 observers, so they actually did something. Sniping away these roaches, picking off 1 roach, picking off 2 roach, maybe. And killing gas geysers, because depleted gas geysers are important to kill. They're definitely the priority here. But yeah, so looks like he is not doing so hot now. I do have the advantage, I would say. He's making more roaches, but look at all this money he has. Look at all the money I have. Now we're kind of in this phase of, well, we were in all-in mode this whole game, and now we're not in all-in mode. But I think each of us thinks the outcome of this game is decided. I think he realizes as well. I have a lot of guys here. I do not know if he can pull this one off. He does have a lot of roaches here and a bunch of spines, but you know, this force is 3-2-3. And I know I've said that basically this whole game, but it's so true. It's so good. Looks like I blink in there to finish the spines off. Look how fast those stalkers take out the spines and pulling this immortal back, microing him, try to save him. Oh, looks like he got sniped. And actually he's trying to target this one, but my race is broken. I have 3 base for 40 minutes. Well, 3 base for 25 minutes, so yeah, kinda. But he did not, I mean, I played to my racist strengths this whole game, and he really didn't play to his racist strengths. He was so aggressive and was good, but there was definitely moments where he could have spammed drones. Like, this base was not saturated at all. At one point, this base wasn't saturated at all. They were there, but they weren't saturated. So really, if he had been able to do this aggression while producing drones, like if he had been able to macro better, basically, he would have taken this game for sure. But I was able to come back just because my brilliant upgrades, my decent attacks, and just good timings all around really were able to save me in this instance. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving, and comment, rate, subscribe. I'll have more videos out soon. Thanks, guys.